No more thank you. Thank you no more. Thank you no more. Merci. Merci. Merci beaucoup. Okay. Eventually, if I got a destination, where I did. right here. Wait. Yo. So, sorry, keep you. Okay. はい。こんにちは。おはようございます。さようなら。whatever. あ、どうもさん。So, I moved from over there here. Then you have been just changing so many things. Your true self is changing so many things. See, but right now I just face this. I just become this. See, you just me. You just become what you faced. That is true yourself. That is true yourself. See, that is entirely different from what you think about self, ego, or what you think about this body. See, this body is not what you think about the self, yourself. This is Dharma body. See, entirely different. See, when you just investigate, investigate whether this one just involved what you think about the self or not. See, why don't you do it? You just try to investigate whether this one is what you think about yourself or not. See, this is doesn't. This is doesn't. Then eventually, Shakyamuni Buddha, the first person who just realized this truth, the second Buddha realized within this body, and this body itself is completely empty. Nothing exists. Nothing exists. Hi. This reality we have to realize. This reality we have to realize. Otherwise, we are completely deceived by thinking or thought. See, what's people thinking about, you see, within in this body, there is a kind of self existing, a kind of ego existing. Entirely misunderstanding. You see, that is a cause. That's cause you trouble. That's cause you confused. See, within in this body, this is there is nothing exists at all, completely empty. That's the reason. That's why everything is just come up. See, because empty. Then the reason why that there is nothing emptiness. So many things just come up. See? Is it understandable? Is it understandable? Never be deceived by thinking or thought. So we want to go back to nothing here. Today's one is a very important for to practice zazen. You see? So today's text is where is it? Yes, this one. Number 60. Number 60. My title says, leave six senses, leave six sense roots open. You may not be able to understand what it says. See? This body, as I just mentioned, this body is not a body what you think about, what you think about the self. This body is a Dharma body. See, Dharma body, entirely different, entirely. And there is six senses installed in this body. Six senses. See? The function of seeing is function of hearing, function of smelling, function of tasting, function of the perceiving, the warm and the cold, and thinking. Those functions, those six functions installed in this body. See, kind of tool. See, kind of tools to just see, to be able to see this thing, to be able to hear the sound, to be able to just taste, to be able to just smell, to be able to feel, perceive, and to be able to the kind of tool. What people thinking about this kind of tool as yourself, as ourselves, completely misunderstanding. Right. So, although those six senses, those six senses is a tremendous, huge function. So, see, what you think about the universe, what you think about the universe, just come out on this body, just come out on this body. That's what this body is so huge, not you're thinking about the self. Tremendous huge. You may say this body much bigger than, much larger than universe. Because just even the universe just come calmly this body. Yeah. That's much huge. Not what the people thinking about the self. Don't misunderstand. Don't misunderstand. Okay, so then what do you think about the universe? Just come out within six those six senses. You see, not any others, but this body. See? What you think about the universe? Just come out. Just come out in this on this body. That's what this body is. Huge, uncountable, incredible, unthinkable, tremendous huge. So that you don't need to worry about anything because this body just belong to you, your body. That much huge body you have, So you don't need to worry about anything. This one is tremendous, reliable, tremendous, reliable. So what Jinen Roshi says about the with number 60, all you have to do is to leave all six senses roots open. Although he says so, see, always those is open, forever. Under any condition, any circumstance, those sixes never just shut up. See, always all open. See, so people think, oh, it's not a truth. So when you just close your eye, when you close it, it's shut. It's not open, but that is a total misunderstanding. When you close your eyes, see, that kind of a situation, circumstance just happen. That is the function of the eyes. Even you shut eyes, see, just the kind of the situation, kind of the condition, just come out. That is the function of the eyes. That is nothing concerns open or shut, open or close. Nothing concerns. When you open, the things come out as it is. When you close your eyes, the thing just come as it is. Exactly same. What they were thinking was, that is not the same, that's the difference. That is a total misunderstanding. Exactly same. Okay, so that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether it's open or closed. Always just happen. Always just happen as it is. This is true. This is truth. See? Although why that Jinen Roshi just mentioned about is see, people just misunderstand the situation between opening and closing. See, in concept, or in thinking or thought, the opening and closing is different. That is not true. See, as I always mentioned, what's happening right now is oneness, always one, always one. Not nothing just come out what you think about 2 or 3. See, always 1. See, when I face 2, I just become death. 1. See, there is no separation. There is no separation between this and this. This is oneness. This is oneness. See, when I close the eyes, see, just as it is. See, the things just eyes open, never come, just close, just close the eyes, just closing the eyes. That's it. You see, oneness. However, as far as thinking or thought is concerned, 2 things just happen. 2 or 3 things happen. When you open an eye, at the same time, so the circumstance when you circumstance the opening the eye, that's kind of idea or kind of the thinking just come up. Then you try to compare. This is not a truth. Always as it is. Always as it is. So we never be confused because always as it is. As far as the thinking is concerned, 2 or 3 things just they happen. So people just try to compare. People just confused. Which is right, which is better. People just try to say, this is not a truth. There is no selection because of oneness. That was our activity is perfectly reliable because always one. No selection at all. No selection at all. Okay, all you have to do is to leave all the 6 sense roots open and be passive. Passive. See, this is for the person, for the people who just care much about the thinking also. See, for those persons, it's a tremendous difficult to do so. Just slowly, just release the thinking of thoughts as it is. It's very simple, easy to say, but it's a very difficult to do so. See, this. So as I just always mentioned about the thinking of thought, just come out without any reason, without any reason. What are people thinking about? See, in this body, in this, what you just thinking about, thinking of the self or the ego or kind of substance, just exist. And then these things just think or think thinking or the just come up. This is totally misunderstanding. Without substance, without See you again. Very fortunate. So it's something, always something, always something. Okay. Anyhow, eventually. Okay. Hi, just a moment. Yes. Right. Ah, I'm very sorry. Fortunately, I can see you. I can see you. Okay, so where is it? Where is it? Okay. So, although it's very easy to say, but very difficult to be passive, to be passive. So, see, although when I say you should be passive, always, that doesn't. People say, oh, that's difficult, but worried about that. You are always acting like a passive wisdom. Always, you can just do it. See, what people think. Oh, oh, oh. Tom-san, can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Something's always something. Sorry. Today's video is very delicate. Very delicate. Not like me. Okay. So, although when I say we should be passive, but the people think, oh, it's too difficult. See, but we are always the acting. We are already acting the passively. See, this is very important. Why I can say so when you can just act as I just clapped without doing anything. See, you just simply just positive. This is where this is the passive way. This is a passive activities in whole universe. In whole universe, this passive activity, only this passive activity exists. Nothing else. Nothing else. This. Everything, not only human being, but anything, everything, just acting, just acting this way, only this way, passive. See, why do you have to be this way? Why do you have to be this way when I just clap my hand? Why you have to just become as I just clap my hand? This is a very important, the most important aspect or reality to realize who you are. Listen, why you have to become like this? Why? Why? Without doing, you simply become. I just clap my hand. See? This is passive activity. Passive. Already you do this way. Already you do. So you don't need to worry about that. See, always your activity is as it is as there. This is doesn't. This is totally enough to realize who you are. Although it's easy to say, but too much difficult. Never say so. Never say so. You can do it. So it is the only way to move. That is what we are formed for. See, this way, only this way, we can just act. You see, our activity, nothing concerns thinking or thought. See, never be deceived, never be fooled by thinking or thought. You see, this proves you. This proves you. You simply become. You simply are acting like as I just as I'm doing. See? No difference, no separation between your activity and my activity. Exactly same. No different at all. See? You just simply acting. You just simply acting. As I just doing, as I'm doing, same oneness. See, people never never assume what I said, but this is the total reality. What Shakyamuni Buddha realized this one. What Shakyamuni Buddha realized is this one. See, it's just oneness. Okay, no matter what kind of conditions of the dependence of origination, you come into contact with whatever you're thinking about. But when I just grab my hand, you just act. You just act as I just do it. See? This is the dependence origination. See, this is our trueness. This is our true self. Right. Then you just recognize that activity. Then you put kind of a self-ego, I on it. Then you just regard as my activity. Totally misunderstood. Totally misunderstanding. Right. See, before you recognize this, see, activity, like any activity, every activity, just happening without self, without ego. Then you recognize that activity or that the movement, and then you put I on it. Then you totally misunderstand that kind of activity is the activity of myself. Oh, totally misunderstand. Never be deceived. Never be deceived by your thinking or thoughts. That's my thinking or thoughts. Just the moves such a sensitive or delicate, so that people are completely deceived by thinking or thought. But you have to see through. This is a kind of trick. This is a kind of trick. So you have to just see through this trick. Then you'll be able to just aware of through yourself. When you face you do without doing anything, without invention, without intervention of the you become this without entering any kind of thing, especially what you think about it. Never exist. Never exist. Simply just become. This is true ourselves. Okay. So that is what we are formed for. That's you see, originally, fundamentally, we are just constructed in a way. Constructed. Our existence is never concerned with thinking or thought, never concerned with the concepts. See, never concerned with the concept. See, our activity, as I always mentioned about, our activity is universal, completely and universal. What Zen Master Dogen just teaches. When you just seek for the way of our truth, when we just seek for the true self, you find it. You find it to be completely universal, completely universal. It's a non-self. Non-self is a universe. So you have to realize it. You have to realize it. Otherwise, you just missed only one chance to recognize who you are. See? It's only one chance, only one chance. Within your life, you have to do these things. Only these things you have to do. See? because what the Shakyamuni Buddha just realized is entirely different from what we are thinking about the self or the ego. Our true self, our existence is complete and universal. Not like a human being. That's this tiny universe. You cannot see any but universal. So no matter what kind of a condition of a dependent, the origination you come into contact with, you're always made to follow on. That's what it is. See, this is true. See, very simple, very simple. Whatever you are doing, wherever you just face, you just become as you face only this reality. nothing other, nothing other happen. Only these things. Whatever you're doing, whatever you just simply, you just become as it is. Nothing anymore. Nothing anymore happen. Only this thing. See why? Because see when you face, when it's face, you just become this is your own self. True self. See, that's like people just thinking about this. this is not what we thinking about self or ego. This is Dharma about it. This is Dharma about it. Nothing concerns about you are thinking about the self or ego. See, your true self, so wherever you are, see, you just face, you just simply become as it is. This is the true self right now, right here. True yourself right now, here. That's how Buddha just realized. Okay, so you're always made to follow. That says what it is, as it is. See? That's why you'll be driven by it. So always, see? you just move, the drive. You just drive this, what you call it, the movement or the function. See, this movement, the function is the function of six senses. Six senses. Without six senses, nothing happens. Nothing happens. Only whatever just happened, just come out from those six senses. See, nothing else. See, with those six senses, you never be able to find what you thinking about the self or ego. See, the function of the thing. See, nothing concerned with what you think about the self. That's only function. See, the function of the hearing. See? This is simply function of the hearing. Nothing concerned with what you think about the self. So, where you can just find out what you think about the self with those six senses. See, only six senses. You can just have. See, those six is never concerned with, never be concerned with what you think about the self. You never find out the what you think about in those as a function or movement. So, in another world, there is nobody, no one what you think about us exists. See, never be deceived. Okay, that's why you'll be driven by it. See? Not our activities. Our activities, nothing concerned with what you think about self. Our activities, nothing concerned our what we think about self. Our activity is a universal activity. Congratulations. Very fine. Very fine. So you don't need to worry about anything. Universal. Universal existence. So that's a Shakyamuni Buddha realized. So that Shakyamuni Buddha realized. Shakyamuni Buddha's realization is very much helpful for us. See? If you just realize what his realization is, you will be able to just completely satisfy with yourself, and you feel completely great ease under any condition, any circumstance. This is the most, this is the most useful. This is the most important thing and the valuable thing. See, we don't need to have anything. We don't need to have anything. Just realize who you are. That's Zazen. See, Gary-san. One square meter space. Square meter space is enough. Then you simply said. Then whatever justice thinking or thoughts come out in your mind, simply release them as they are. You continually, constantly do it. Then eventually, someday, or soon, nobody say, but only one square meter space become whole universe. This is very, much, very much. So that's the reason Shakyamuni Buddha or the patriarchs just recommend us to do that. See, you can do it by yourself. Although it's for the beginning, slightly difficult, but gradually you can do it. Then whatever the question, what doubts come out in your mind, just send the email to me, and that is totally enough. Okay, then you'll be able to just do that until you encounter to yourself. To yourself is as a Zen Master Dogen as a teacher. See, it's our truth is a complete and universal. See, exactly same, no different. All the people just think about, that one is not, this one is all right. No different, completely same. Our fundamental essential, our essential, the truth is exact reality. Essential reality, exactly same. Exactly same, no different. That's the reason. Everybody can do it. Everybody Everybody can do it. Just to do it. Okay. The only thing that matter is closeness. If you do that, you will achieve your goal. See? Simply just, simply just doesn't. Simply just, whatever just thinking, just come out. See, that is not true. That's not the reality. So that's you don't need to worry about through the release the release because that's thinking also just come out without any reason. So you don't need to care of them at all. Just simply release them. Although it might difficult, it might difficult for you, but you can do it. Don't worry about see. So constantly, continually, what is the word? And the words never come out. Anyhow, diligently do that, to do that. Definitely, you encounter through yourself. Always, although you always encounter through yourself. When you face this, you just become this. This is true yourself. But unfortunately, you never be able to accept what I say. That is a whole problem. So that you do that until you can accept what I say. That's it. Then you'll be able to just encounter. You'll be able to encounter yourself. Okay, the only thing that matters is the closeness. If you do that, you will achieve your goal. Closeness is whatever thinking will come out in your mind, just simply release the other there. This is a closeness. So the more you can do it, the more you just become as you face it. You see? Then eventually, there is no separation. There is no separation right now. Right now, there is no separation between this and that. You never be able to just realize which is which. That is one. That is one. See? What do you think about the self, ego, whatever? Never be enter between this and this. Directly just become dead without intervention, what you think about the ego or the self. Right now, but unfortunately, you never able to accept what I said. That's the whole thing. That's the whole question. That's the reason you do that until you just accept what I say. Right. Dependent arising. It arises by dependence. I am something other than myself. When I just come into the contact with thing, the life of a thing is born. When I face this, as I always mention, no separation between this and that. They just recognize this, and then put your eye, what you are just study, watch what you saw. Before recognition, before you recognize this, there is no one exists. No one exists. What you think about the self or the ego never exists. Never exists. Then you recognize that this, and you put your eye, put the substance, put the self, see, on it. And then you just totally misunderstood, or totally confused with what you think about the self. See? before you recognize, no confusion at all, no trouble at all, because one day, what you think about yourself, the ego, never exists. So these things you have to do them. You're just completely deceived by your thinking. So that's it. Okay. This is called Buddha nature. This is true ourselves. Buddha nature is true ourselves. When I face this, see, when I face this, I simply become this oneness. There is nothing concerned with what you're thinking about the self or the ego. In other words, what you think about the self or the ego never exists. Right. So you have to really check it. Check it. See, you can see. You sincerely do that. See, constantly continue as Shakyamuni Buddha did. See, then you will just realize this reality. See, selflessness. See, selflessness is the universe. Selflessness is universal. Your existence is such a huge, your trainers. And that's just quite much time. That's the reason that the Shakyamuni Buddha or the patriarchs went that. Do doesn't. See? Garrison. Garrison. Always asking me to say, we don't need anymore. But only one scared, or maybe half of it enough. Half of it. So we don't need to have anything, just kind of space. If you don't have a kind of space, just stand there. You can do it with standing. Nothing but the main thing, see, is whatever thinking or thought just come out in your mind, just simply release. Then this is the most important. This is Zazen. So that the Dogen said, Zen Master Dogen said, Zazen is nothing concerned with sitting or lying. Nothing concerned with sitting or lying or just standing or moving. You can do such. Whatever whatever you're doing. See, thinking or thoughts just come out in your mind. So simply you just release them as they. This is totally enough. This is total. This is Zazen. See, but the sitting is the basic thing. So that well, if you have a time, yes, you simply just do Zazen. This is a basic thing. Then the more you can do Zazen, the more you can do Zazen under any circumstance, any condition. See, then you can do a Zazen on your bed. See, just lying. Then just open eyes. This is enough. This is Zazen. Whatever just thinking was just release them as the this is Zazen. Right. But the sitting is a basic thing, so that we would like to recommend to do that. Then if you don't have a kind of a time for sitting, but thinking, also just as it is, then you can do that. Right. Anyway, under any condition. Right. Thank you so much. Then the next month we'll be able to just see you. So for time being, whenever you are free, just sit. Just sit. If you just really want to, if you really want to encounter through yourself, Zazen is the only way you can do it. Hi. Merci beaucoup. Muchas gracias.